It doesn't happen overnight. It's but some people have. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I feel like if you want to grow genuinely on LinkedIn, it's going to take a while. I mean, except you want to be. So, there are two ways to grow on LinkedIn. There's the easy way where you just post motivational posts and motivational quotes, tell them a sub story, a start story, a grass to grace story, and tips, strategies, all those things, how to get a job. Like those are the easy, like you would grow so fast, you would easily grow. And then if you then have a community where you people drop each other's posts, like a pod, engagement pod. So you would grow on LinkedIn. It will be easy for you to grow. You people will repost each other's posts, share each other's posts, engage on this. But again, it's not going to give you the results you want. If you what you want on LinkedIn is to get clients, build authority and all, I would always say your KPI is not another person's KPI. Everybody has their different KPI. Just know what you want to achieve on LinkedIn and know what your KPI is. So for someone that just wants maybe popularity, their KPI might be people sharing their posts, them having high engagement and all of that. For somebody that wants to get a job, those things do not matter. What matters to them is someone is checking their profile, sending them a DM, telling them, oh, I saw this service, I saw this, I saw that. Is this what you do? Asking them the right questions, and they feel like, okay, this is a KPI for me. For someone that wants, clients, your KPI should be, or if your target audience are going through your post, if they are reading your post, if they are engaging on your post, if they are checking out your portfolio, checking out your project, checking out your recommendations and asking questions, filling out your inquiry forms. Those are your KPIs. So for me, right from when I started LinkedIn, I just wanted to, like I told you I attended an event and I heard what somebody said LinkedIn helped them achieve. And so from the get-go, my mindset towards LinkedIn has always been become someone of value so that you can attract people of value. So you have to be that person that gives value, be known for what you do, and with time, you're going to attract people that will be able to do that and give you or want your service or want the value that you're giving out. So that has always been it for me since I joined LinkedIn. I've never been one to be so, hell bent on getting viral and all of that. It has been, have I been able to close the deal this month? Have I, has anybody referred me? Because like I mentioned visual trigger. I said that was the strategy that I used. I said I was going to make sure that I become one of the top, at least I will be one of the top 5 people about branding and design on LinkedIn in Nigeria. That was my goal. And so I said, okay, so how was I going to achieve this? I said I was going to get a visual trigger and a message trigger. So the visual trigger was my color. Obviously, I was going to use yellow so much that anywhere they see yellow, even if it's not on LinkedIn, even if it's outside of LinkedIn, if they're able to see that shade of yellow, I want them to think of me. I want my name to, come across their mind. So I was putting yellow everywhere. And now I even post normal pictures. Before now, when I started on LinkedIn, I was only posting my headshots or pictures like a headshot picture with just a yellow background all through. And so people started noticing that. And that was my strategy, visual trigger. And then the messaging trigger was always talking about branding. I was always pushing out branding, talking about branding. Branding keeps showing my work. And so that's the flow. So when they see the visual trigger and they think of real, when they see yellow, what is real known for? Real is known for branding. And so that's how you're able to build, a little bit of space in the person's mind about you. And so that was my goal. And I knew that if I was able to do this, that means anybody that thinks of real and they remember branding, if someone was to need my service in their circle, the first person they would think of is real as regarding to branding. And so I think that was what I was able to do. I think I did that. I'm still doing that actually, but like I said, that I became intentional about that, especially in May 2023. And like I said, I started building on LinkedIn intentionally February 2023. And then May 2023 was when I decided to, brand myself and, double down on what I was doing. And that same May was the month I landed my first foreign client on LinkedIn. So I would say at the end of the day, intentionality is key. Know what you want on the platform. If you want popularity, then it's fine. It's fine if what you want is popularity, then go for it. Those reposts, those 5,000 likes, 3,000 likes, don't let anybody make you feel bad about wanting them because that is what you want. But if what you want to achieve on the platform is you want to get clients, then you should not be focused on those things, because you can have 1,001 followers, 100,000 followers, and you've not been able to make sales or get anybody to work with you from them. It's very possible. We see a lot of people with followers, they've not been able to, like, you see a lot of people on LinkedIn with more followers, but they are yet to post a project. They are yet to make a post about gig they landed because of LinkedIn. And you would see someone with like 1,000 followers getting clients, getting gigs from LinkedIn. At the end of the day, it's knowing what you want to achieve on the platform and knowing the KPIs, your performance metrics, what matters to you. What are those things that if you're not seeing right now, it means that there's a red button blowing off somewhere telling you something is wrong, something is wrong. So yeah, I think that's it. Before you compare, or when you want to start comparing, it's always important to go back to just ask yourself this question: would you want to trade what you have now with what they have? Because sometimes, like I said, you see those numbers and you know that if someone was to follow them for a month, you would never really know what they do. You would never really know what service they offer. You will just keep seeing like empty posts. And when I say empty, not like the post is empty in terms of value. It's more like making you feel hope, making you feel like, oh, you can do it, you can achieve motivational posts and here and there. And not that they are bad, but it's when it becomes so much that nobody can tell what exactly you're doing on the platform, what exactly you're selling, or what your service is, or then it's a bad thing. So I would just say for that one, it's just good to do a little bit of here and there. So you can do the motivational posts and all of that to spread your net to a wider audience, and then use the actual posts that matters to you, posts that are authority building, posts that, yeah, social proof, your services, your project. Those are the ones that you should use to nurture them and post more of that. So there should be a balance between the two of them. If not, I feel like you're going to spend a lot of time on LinkedIn and end up, uninstalling it because you're angry and frustrated.